After months of indecision and flip-flopping, the Big Ten will play football this fall after all. In August, the conference initially announced it would postpone the season until the spring. However, after 3 other major conferences played this weekend, the Big Ten decided it would follow suit. The conference includes major schools such as Michigan, Ohio State, and Wisconsin. Dennis Dodd is the national college football writer for CBSSports.com, and he joins me now from Overland Park, Kansas. Dennis, welcome. Tell us what caused the Big Ten to do an about-face and decide it will play football, and what kind of health restrictions will be in place?
Well, Tanya, really, it was due diligence and advances in testing, really. I'm not going to blame the Big Ten now for really what you mentioned, lack of communication, canceling on August 11th, which was 37 days ago. They've simply reconsidered, and it is testing. The Big Ten is going to daily rapid care testing, which really is a game changer in this whole fight against COVID as far as athletics goes. It's what the major leagues are doing and the professional leagues, and it allows these college campuses now, these college teams, to do a lack of contact tracing. In other words, if you're testing that frequently, you don't have to contact trace much if someone tests positive. And the Big Ten is putting in very tight restrictions. If someone tests positive, they have to sit out 21 days before they come back. There will be a chief infection officer on each campus. There's going to be a lot more work for these campuses with these trainers and medical officials. And they hope that's enough to get them through this. They're going to start October 24th, play 9 straight weeks, and hope to get a season in.
And we're hearing that President Trump is claiming he had a hand in the Big Ten's decision. And he even tweeted, "It's my great honor to have helped." So what role did the president have, if any, in the Big Ten's return?
Well, if you talk to Big Ten officials, it was basically nothing. On September 1st, there was a call arranged for Commissioner Kevin Warren and President Trump, and they talked for what was described as about 20 minutes. You probably saw Trump's tweet saying, we're on the 1-yard line, let's go. Big Ten football. Now he's taking credit for this. NBC News just talked to a Big Ten university president who said, quote, Trump had nothing to do with this. And I just got off a conference call with the White House, and they tried to take credit for it, saying there were 300 phone calls after September 1st between parents, players, administrators, trying to get the Big Ten help with federal resources. There's a problem with that, as there's no way of checking if that's true. The other one is, if federal resources were promised to Big Ten athletes ahead of the general public, that's a problem. And there's no evidence the Big Ten has gotten federal resources at this point.
Right. All right. So, Dennis, with the Big Ten in action, that leaves just the Pac-12 as the only major conference not to be playing football this fall. Is this decision likely to sway the Pac-12 to hit the gridiron as well?
Well, they're backed into a corner right now, Tanya. Half of their teams, which encompass the states of Oregon and California because of local health restrictions regarding COVID, can't even conduct padded practices. At a place like Stanford and Palo Alto, those restrictions mean 3 people can't even touch the ball. So center snaps it to quarterback who gives it to the running back. That can't even happen right now where Stanford is. They've got to get past that. I will say this, they were the ones that pioneered and announced this rapid daily testing first. And their commissioner, Larry Scott, is hoping that the fact that they have this ready to go by the end of the month convinces these officials, these local officials in Oregon and California, that it's okay to practice. But nothing happens until those restrictions are lifted. Larry Scott has hinted that there may be a start in late November for the season, but that doesn't put the Pac-12 in line for the college football playoff. That leaves them out on a limb, completing a season, I guess, to be Pac-12 champions in mid-February. So right now they're out on a limb.
Right. All right. Well, I guess at least it's partially good news for football fans. We'll see if everyone is back to playing by the end of the year. All right. Well, Dennis Dodd, thank you so much for joining us.
You bet.